the Minister give way?
I'll give way.
The average daily arrivals of illegal immigrants under this Labour government is 94% higher than under the previous government. So can the Minister tell me which exact policies are working?
Good day, Britain. Picture this, 91 seconds in the House of Commons. That's shorter than it takes you to microwave a cup of tea. And yet, in that tiny window, one MP managed to make the entire political establishment look like two toddlers arguing over who broke the vase, while the House burns down behind them. That MP, Rupert Lowe. And what he said next left both Labour and the Tories scrambling for cover. Quick favour before we dive in. If you are enjoying this, hit that subscribe button. Over 92% of viewers have not yet. It costs nothing, takes a second, and means the world to this channel. Thank you if you did. Right, back to the chaos. So, here's the scene.
I thank the member for her passionate intervention. We had 14 years to make the changes. We inherited their open borders and their broken system, but we are working hard behind the scenes as we speak to make the ECHR more fit for purpose. Senator Gifford.
Thank you. Just listening, I think the British public have had enough of Labour blaming the Tories and Tories blaming Labour. Meanwhile, this, what I call national emergency, continues to get worse. So do you accept the fact that just playing he said, she said is not good enough? We need to change that attitude.
I respect the intervention. I did say in my speech that I apologise for having to raise this again, but it is a fact that we did inherit a completely broken system, and it does take time to fix a broken system when we are working hard to do so.
How much time exactly? The government has had 2 years in office and have already changed Prime Minister. How much time?
I'm absolutely fed up of being lectured by the opposition who gave us this problem. It's been lectured by the arsonist to put out the fire, so I'll go absolutely no further with that.
Westminster Hall, not the main chamber, but do not let that fool you, because the temperature in that room was anything but cool. Rupert Lowe stood up and effectively told the entire House that the British public has had enough of the political blame game. He said the public have had enough of Labour blaming the Tories and the Tories blaming Labour, while the emergency just keeps getting worse. Parallel Parliament. Think of it like two flatmates arguing about whose turn it is to take out the bins while the kitchen is actively on fire. And here's the twist. Nobody in that room actually disagreed that it is an emergency. That is the bit that should stop you in your tracks. Both sides admit the house is burning. They just cannot agree on who left the stove on. Now let us talk transitions, because Westminster loves its manners even mid-meltdown. Despite the verbal fireworks, MPs kept formally giving way to one another, a parliamentary nicety that basically means, please insult me politely. It's like watching two boxers pause mid-fight to shake hands, then go straight back to swinging. The government's defence, a now familiar tune. The minister responded that the system inherited was completely broken, and that fixing a broken system simply takes time. Parallel Parliament. Sounds reasonable until you realise give it time has been the answer for what feels like several governments running. At what point does "we inherited this mess" stop being an explanation and start being a subscription service? Here's where it gets properly interesting. This is not really about small boats, backlog numbers, or spreadsheets buried in the Home Office. This is about trust, or rather, the total collapse of it. When politicians can't even agree on the diagnosis, the public stops listening to the prescription entirely. It's like going to two different doctors. One says you have a cold, the other says you need surgery, and you walk out trusting neither. And that, Britain, is the real headline hiding inside this 91-second clip. Not immigration policy, democracy itself, visibly straining under the weight of division, where everyone agrees there's a crisis, yet nobody agrees on who caused it or how to fix it. Rupert Lowe didn't just land a soundbite, he held up a mirror to an entire system stuck in a loop of blame, insulated by procedure, while the public outside those walls waits for someone, anyone, to actually take responsibility. So next time you hear a politician say we inherited a broken system, ask yourself how many more years of inheritance can one country afford? Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, you know what to do. See you in the next one.